Oh boy! Remember when I said this was a government psyop, chat? Alana, can I clip a dinosaur to your shirt? No! Do you guys remember this? This is a government psyop. I'm absolutely convinced it is. There's no way it's not. She just paid a bunch of money and they like use social media to propagate her image. Absolutely, positively, just there's no way. She's so unfunny and like the whole joke of the hawk Tuah is just like, bro, like it's not even funny. It's not funny at all. Alright. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Hawk Tuah. You gotta put.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Like an emphasis on it, like Tuah. You know, like.
Oh my god, man.
Tuah. Yeah, say it. All right, all together. Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah.
Wow, listening to this.
I think I'm gonna get an aneurysm, man. Home Depot time? Yeah, we gotta speed run this, man.
This is a wonderful use of my day. Now, I've seen a lot of pointless podcasts that did not need to exist in my time. Like, just a few weeks ago, we looked at that podcast that I can't even remember the name of off of the top of my head. I think it was called, like, the Empowered Podcast or something.
When you come back, when you come back from work, you're tired, bro. You just want to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't wait for holiday.
Sometimes I'm in bed and I'm like, bruv, I need to brush my teeth.
And that was pointless.
Okay, at least that one is like funny, stupid. Like, you know, it's so stupid, it's kind of funny. That was a little bit funny in an ironic way. Oh my god, I went into bed and then my feet were cold and I put my blanket underneath my feet and then then I had to remember to brush my teeth and it was real uncomfortable. I was too comfortable in my blankets and yeah, in it. It's like, okay. Why is this a podcast?
But this just takes it to a whole new level. For those somehow unfamiliar with the hilarious viral sensation of Hawk Tuah, this is Hayley Welch. And she went viral a few months back for her response to an on-the-street interview by a channel called Tim and DTV.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that Hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. You get me?
Government psyop memes are real, chat. Forced memes by the government are absolutely real, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot.
Funniest shit I ever seen in my life. Incredible. This still makes me heartily belly laugh. And apparently the world did too, because she became very famous overnight for this. There was merch and everything. Let's have a look at some of it, because some of it is incredible. Alright, so we got the Hawk Tuah 24, spit on that fang. Brilliant. I'd wear that to my wedding.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I genuinely think Skibbity Toilet is like a step above this. Because at least kids laugh at it and they think it's stupid and it's like YouTube poop. Do you guys remember YouTube poop in like 2009 on YouTube? I genuinely think that's above that. Skibbity Toilet is above this. Kids laugh at anything? No, they don't. They don't laugh at this shit because it's not funny. Yep.
Flag Hawk Tuah. Eat, sleep, Hawk Tuah, repeat. Again, I would wear this to the birth of my first child. If she don't Hawk Tuah, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk to her.
Oh my god, I wish I could just snap my neck like Fillion sometimes. Nah, I sometimes I wish I could snap my neck like her, man. I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
This one's just grim. Like, it's just grim for some reason. She's also been making bank from public appearances, apparently charging up to $30,000 per one. Well, that's...
She paid $1 million for the CIA to like start spamming her meme and her clips on Twitter or something. And like on YouTube, and she became a forced meme, and now she's gonna get her investment back. $30,000 for what? You're not even a comedian. You're just a dumb bitch who said it fucking funny. mean, not really funny, but like, what the fuck?
That's my
This
future
is a
child's
thing.
first birthday party sorted, and I'll be stood there in the corner in my unofficial Huck Tuah merch. But something I've not seen anyone talk about is how weird the actual interview was.
Okay, I got another one for y'all.
Okay.
Would you rather? Hold on, is she listening?
Would you rather?
Would you rather have back shots for the rest of your life or missionary for the rest of your life?
Mate, what are we doing here? Going up to girls outside?
Why are we asking women this on the street, man? It's just kind of weird. I don't
By the bar,
know.
go get what's better, missionary or back shots? I'm not sure if this is like a normal thing to do in America, and I very much doubt it is. But if you did that in the
No, this is not normal. This is what people do in like party areas with like women to try and get content.
UK, you get called a weird nonce and laughed at until you went away. And that isn't the only strange interview she's done. She did this one with
Base
KIIS
UK.
or KISS, I don't know how you pronounce that, an Australian
KIIS.
radio station after she blew up, and it's fucking weird. I was trying to think of a more descriptive word for it, but the best way I could describe it is just fucking weird.
They all know who you are for such a funny little thing. Do you really, Hachtung, or were you just having a laugh there?
Something about an old ass geezer asking that. Like asking that makes me so so weird. Yeah, like weird meter going off. Like what? Oh, he's such a funny little thing, and did you really do it? It's like okay.
What? Hell, man. Is that really the first question you have to ask this 21-year-old girl? Do you
He's like some greasy bloke.
actually Huck Tuah? Man, come on, why are we doing this? Come on.
I remember my wife used to hawk to it. I remember my wife when she was real hot. Now she's a fat old cow. She won't even hawk to on my dick.
Laugh there.
So you're not a spitter.
Bravo.
Oh, I just felt. I feel gross. I feel kind of weird. Am I a bitch? Nah, I can't be a bitch. This is just weird. CIA psyop. No, 100%.
Come on now. Come on. Surely you're better than this. It doesn't stop there. I think he catches himself being weird and like just stumbles over his words.
By the way, his company paid her to show up for $30,000. She did this interview for money, by the way. He paid her.
Yes or no? It's fit. No, it's fit.
But anyway, there was clearly a large demand for regular hour-long content with her, so she answered the prayers of the many and announced her podcast called Talk to Us, like Huck Tuah, but you're talking to us. Very clever wordplay.
I'm Haley
Very
Will.
funny.
A little while ago, my life took a complete left turn and it changed forever. And along the way, I've realized that everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
What the fuck am I listening to? Like, can I ask a question? Does anybody know if the CIA uses taxpayer money? Like, obviously, it's part of the government, right? Like, my taxpayer money goes into this shit. Of course they do. No, I'm just double checking. I don't fucking know. I'm just dumb. Yes, and drug money. Yay! Woo!
What does that even mean? Saying Huck Tuah gave you a new insight and perspective on life that made you realise that everyone is entitled to their own opinion. Did you not realise?
Guys, I make $30,000 in every time I get an interview. God, oh my lord, that's so much fucking money. $30,000 an appearance. That is actually throw up money. I would throw up if someone fucking threw that much money at my head just to go on a fucking podcast or some shit. That's disgusting.
That before? What?
That's how much money.
I think she's just
That's
saying
how much money I made in a year, man, at my fucking desk job. It's disgusting. Holy
stuff for
shit.
me. Fair enough. But what are you trying to say? I realised that everybody's entitled to their own opinion. How did this make you realise that?
Well, now it's my time to talk. Check out my
My
podcast
time
every
to
week,
go.
Talk Tuah, where I'm sitting down with the coolest guests and having actual conversations with them.
Oh, okay, well, that's good and novel. There's not many podcasts out there where people get guests on and have actual conversations with them. There was really a gap in the market for that, I think. Now, this podcast is ran by Jake Paul's company, Better, which, as you might be able to guess, is a betting site. And Jake, little piece of advice for you here. Keep funding this podcast. It is a very wise and shrewd decision, and this will no doubt return you millions. Every week,
Bro, look at her fucking house, man. That's a helicopter landing pad. Someone pointed that out. I was like, wait a minute. She has a jet landing. This is one of the ugliest, like, fucking things I've ever seen. But, like, there's a helicopter landing pad and a jet landing pad. Like, what are we doing, man?
intellectuals will understand this.
And I want you guys to get to know me better than Hawk Tuah.
Good thing you called your podcast Talk Tuah then, because people will surely forget about that with that sort of branding.
No, it's Tuah. Like, you really got to put your emphasis. Yeah, you're not saying Tuah, you're saying Tuah. You know? Like,
Oh my god, I think I'm getting brain damage from this shit. America used to be such a like it was like a fucking monster, like a fucking empire, man. It used to be a fucking empire, man. We used to have races to the moon with, like, the Russians, man. The Russians used to admire America and study them. No, for real, man. And this is what we get now? I feel like retarded just listening to the dude. I feel like fucking retarded, man. What the fuck is that pipe hole? I don't know!
you got to really put your back into it. Tuah.
How fucking sick of saying that phrase do you think she is? Huck and Tuah have probably been half of the words she said in the past 3 months.
Say the line.
Haley.
Hawk Tuah.
Yeah! Say the line. Dude, this episode is so good. Don't have a cow, man.
Now, this may come as a shock to you, but this podcast is kind of uneventful. I know. Who would have guessed that, eh? In fairness to her, her presenting ability isn't bad at all for someone who got thrown into this like 3 months ago, and this is her first ever podcast episode that she's hosting. And she seems a nice enough person, but there's not a lot of substance to the first episode, like, at all. There is really no reason for this podcast to exist. It just feels like someone's gone, she's quite popular. Let's just give her a podcast because it might do well and we might be able to get people onto our betting site.
Government psyops. We are paying taxpayer money for this fucking stupid ass friggin' podcast to be, like, allowed, man. To like be a thing. I have no other explanation for it.
But one of the most interesting things to happen on this podcast is she kind of alludes to Jake Paul being a bit of a dick.
Jake's pretty wild.
He's a little spooky to talk to.
Really?
That's like a man, you know.
And what are you noticing in the difference between being a fan of someone from afar and then meeting them? Like, is it what you expected?
He was exactly what I expected. Like, he lets on like he's an asshole, and that's what I like about him. He owns up to that shit. He knows it.
That's kind of big in the first 4 minutes of your first podcast your boss is funding to just go, yeah, he's a bit.
Wait, Jake Paul funded this shit? Bro. That's so weird. Yeah, Jake Paul's a glowy as well, man. There's no way.
Of a shit. I respect.
You weren't paying attention? No, I remember them talking about the company and how he owns part of it, but, like, he's actually her boss. She must have given some good Hawk Tuah. I don't know, man.
I respect that massively. They then go on to talk about Botox for a bit, and it is astoundingly uninteresting.
I get a little myself. I call it Brotox when I do it. So when you start young, you're actually just getting rid of whatever wrinkles would pop up.
Well, yeah, but if you get all that that shit done when you're young, by the time you're 27, you look like a lizard and you can't move your eyebrows. This is
And then when you're growing up, your face starts getting, like, solidified. And if you get Botox, if you stop getting Botox, your face starts to sag. That's so disgusting, man. Chad, do not get Botox, man. It's not good.
Just big cope, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I get Botox, but it's just like, it prevents, my face from moving.
Here's the thing. Number one, if you're a girl and you get Botox, number one, you're going to attract pedophiles.
What the fuck?
Chat, I wish I had full body tracking. I am leaning back so far in my chair, I think I'm like gonna fall. What?
One, if you're a girl and you get Botox, number one, you're going to attract pedophiles.
What the fuck?
What?
What the fuck are you even on?
Wait, but you look like you have Botox done. What?
Botox, number one, you're going to attract pedophiles.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you even on about? If anything, I found that Botox makes people actually look older. They just look more smooth. Are we really that out of things to say already that we're at the point of going, yeah, anyone attracted...
Yeah, Botox does make you look older. No, for real. I think I watched a video, someone was reacting, or like they saw people at a Botox injection clinic asking their age, and then it turns out they're like older. Aspen? Yeah, I think it was Aspen. Yeah. And the doctors and nurses, and then they ask them, like, what's your age? And they're like, okay, and then what do you think I am? And like, it's like, what the fuck?
Someone with Botox is a massive pedo. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? I feel like maybe this is a joke. I don't know. But it's not delivered like a joke.
But like, so that's something that is such a breath of fresh air about you.
It is.
You know?
I agree.
What?
So I'm going to be real with y'all. I was never the biggest football fan. I honestly don't even get the rules that much. But what I do know is I like having fun and winning money. And better picks let you win up to 1,000 times.
Oh my fucking god. It is a psyop. Dude, she's like probably... No. There's no way. No, this is far. You're getting farmed by some hawk to a fake meme. No!
Your money. The app is super easy and it makes it 1,000 times more fun.
10 minutes into the first ever episode and we're already getting an uncharismatic ad brief for a betting...
Does Jake Paul have any ties to Mormonism or something? It's a Jake Paul psyops? Well, he's part of the government, man. I can't explain it, man. This is so weird, dude.
Like, hell yeah, I wasn't familiar with your game, but the fact you're promoting such a service that allows people to make loads of money is very respectable. This will no doubt change lives for the better. We should be more thankful for betting sites and casinos, I think, because they're really out here just giving free money to people.
True.
It's so kind of them. They're basically charities.
Just imagine if Chelsea said Hawk Tuah and not you that night. Would Chelsea be sitting in that chair?
Okay, now these are the big questions I came to this podcast for. If her mate said Huck Tuah instead of her, would she be the one sat in that chair? Would she be the one with the 30 grand public appearances? Would she be the one with the Huck Tuah merch? This is a philosophical question that people will be asking and studying for centuries to come. It's the modern if a tree falls...
No, you don't need to study it. She's a plant. No. She either sucked someone's dick or her dad or she paid a lot of money for this to happen or something. Alana is the Hawk Tuah girl in an alternate universe. You would find me in a bathroom somewhere, probably not doing very well if that happened to me, man.
And no one is there to hear it. Did it really fall? If Hayley Welsh's friend said Hawk Tuah instead of her, would she be hosting the Talk Tuah podcast instead?
I can't do it as good as
Do it.
You do it.
No, you do it.
Hot to.
There you go.
You gotta put like an emphasis on it, like tuh. You know, like really. Yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Smug Tuah. Mugs, beat him!
To.
Hot tuh.
Hot to.
Say it aggressive, like
Hot
you really.
to.
Like you're mad at the day. You're mad at it.
She definitely has a nose job done too. She's so pretty too, and she just has a random nose job done. Like, why? All of them are done. I know, it's just so weird.
Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah. Talk to a podcast. You have won the internet today.
Woo! What if I made a podcast just saying Appleba and like yap, and just yapping, like just saying nothing but yap. Hop to a Home Depot.
I think we need to like do I don't know, like a bar crawl where we get you drunk and try to get you a slogan.
I got something you can say.
This podcast is so dead. It's actually.
This is they're picking their next target, chat.
Amazing. Like, it's just dead on arrival. They already have nothing interesting at all to say. And look, I don't blame Hayley at all. She's just secure in the bag and riding this wave she's caught. And honestly, she is the best person on this podcast. Like, these two have said absolutely nothing of interest to anyone who has ever lived on Earth. And this person just annoys me. But to be completely fair, she does tell some stories of interest. Like, she talks about her ear getting bit off by a staffy, which is a pretty mental story. And she does carry the conversation. And she's the guest. So where does it go from here? Are the guests just going to be carrying every episode? I don't know. I said Hayley is the best person on this podcast, but she acts more like a guest than the host. Do you know?
Tuah.
I mean, why am I analysing the Talk to a podcast?
Who watches this garbage anyway? Like, you have to have, like, actual subhuman IQ, man.
What am I doing? But the thing is, the podcast is just based off someone saying something that will make you giggle to yourself for like 1 second. But I don't see how this lasts more than 10 episodes, and that's being generous. Like, what more is there to say after that?
But if they have a fan, that's better.
Do you remember that game I mentioned beforehand where you can win up to 1,000 times your money? Well, turns out it gets even better. Better Picks is
My God, another ad read!
is offering a deposit match up to $200 and a free pick.
Dude, I don't even fucking shill this much for fucking Gigi subs, man. They must have a gun to her head.
For all new users. So basically, if you put like $200 in, they match it. That's $400 right there.
What? That's free money! Oh, that's so generous! I very much doubt there is any catch or downside to that. Tell you what, Jake Paul, he's such a generous bloke, isn't he? Just giving away $200.
Yeah, free
wow,
money?
God bless him.
Okay, maybe not
Shit on that thing. That respect.
They did!
Like and subscribe to that fang. By that fang, I mean this channel.
Yeah, that was something else, man. That was nasty. That was a dab. Mm-hmm. Look at those Philly dabs, bro. Should we clap? No, slow clap. Slow clap, dice of cringe. Yeah, you can do dice of cringe too. That was good. Cheese and crackers, that was terrible. Holy fuck, I didn't even expect it to be that bad. Holy fucking moly. Holy shit-a-moly. Disgusting. What does our fucking culture come to? We used to, like, paint paintings and, like, fucking talk about philosophies and shit.